Hey guys, Tone Phoenix here, bringing you 3 great anime from the 90s. Kicking things off, we have Rurouni Kenshin. Rurouni Kenshin aired in 1996 and was actually remade in July of 2023, so you can either have a classic nostalgia or the newer animation style. Rurouni Kenshin follows Kenshin Himura, a traveling swordsman and one of the most deadly swordsmen to ever exist, or at least he used to be. Kenshin took a vow to never take another human life, and as such he carries a sakabato, or a reversed blade katana, which allows him to take down his opponents without killing them. On his travels, however, he meets many opponents who don't share his views and want things to go back to how they were before they found themselves in a decently peaceful world that no longer needs samurai or mercenaries. As at this time, Japan was moving into the future in what would become known as the Honorable Restoration during the Meiji period. This is a somewhat complex story of adapting to change and what people are willing to do to maintain their way of life. Moving on, we have Yu Yu Hakusho. Yu Yu Hakusho aired in 1992. And unfortunately, while it very much deserves it, Yu Yu Hakusho hasn't had any updates like that of an anime remake, at least for now. There have been rumors that a remake is to be made in 2024, but we'll see. Yu Yu Hakusho follows Yusuke Urameshi, a teenage delinquent who is constantly getting into trouble and causing and mainly ending fights as he's a skilled fighter. One day after trying to save a little boy, he is struck by a car and killed, leaving behind his mother and a few people who cared about him, to include the self-proclaimed rival Kuwabara and his love interest Keiko. After arriving in the afterlife, Yusuke learns that if not for his intervention, the child he attempted to save would have lived, and as such they weren't expecting his arrival in the afterlife. After being assigned to Botan, a female Shinigami, he is tested to see if he can be useful, and eventually he gets revived and becomes a spirit detective. Although I'm using the word detective loosely, as Yusuke tends to solve a lot of his problems with his fists and later awakened powers. As he takes on more and more difficult cases, he gains many enemies turned ally to aid him in his fight against the evil spirits and demons, such as the aforementioned Kuwabara, and later the demon Hiei of the Jagan Eye. Through his many battles and cases, he becomes one of the strongest fighters in his world. Finally, we have one of the most loved anime of the 90s, Cowboy Bebop. Cowboy Bebop aired in 1998, however most Americans didn't get access to the show until 2001. It follows Spike Spiegel, a humble bounty hunter in the year 2071, who happens to be an ex-hitman of the notorious Red Dragon crime syndicate, one of many that inhabit their solar system and have influence over the government and police forces, limiting their ability to apprehend criminals. It's due to this that the bounty hunter system of the old days was put into effect. That's where Spike and his ragtag team of bounty hunters come in, joined by Jet Black, a former inner solar system police officer, Faye Valentine, a femme fatale con artist, and Radical Edward, a preteen girl with a knack for computer hacking. And finally, a genetically modified corgi named Ian, or I guess Ein technically. They split their days between life aboard the Bebop spaceship and going after targets, working as a seemingly dysfunctional family of sorts and traveling to stars while also dealing with their own troubled pasts. So this was 3 great anime from the 90s. I hope I did them justice with my explanation, and I really hope you guys give them a watch. That's all for now. If you like this video, feel free to subscribe and leave a like. Eternal Phoenix, signing out.